All right, so as we're working on creating more sort of interesting and dynamic and personal and unique shapes and avoiding the software presets, these guys down here, mostly star, flare, and polygon, you know, a lot of us, I think, in Illustrator run out of ideas. Like we don't really know where to go with it. So first thing I wanted to show, and it's not always the best way to go, but sometimes this is a fun option to use, and you can get some good shapes out of it. But the 3D effect up here, and I'm not going to get too far into it, but it's up under your effects menu, and you just want to select your shape that you want to apply this to. Go to 3D, extrude and bevel. Now, it doesn't really mean much with what we're looking at here, but if we hit preview, suddenly, okay, I see what's going on. We've got a bit of a distance. It's creating an extrude effect on it, right? Pushing it back a little bit. And, I can grab onto this and I can see that it's controlling that cylinder, and I can change it this way as well. So, I actually have quite a bit of control over it. Now, perspective is one of those things you don't want to go too crazy with, but it does help. So, see what happens here. That's like an exaggerated perspective. This is maybe a little more natural right there. And then let's go ahead and maybe make it into a long cylinder like so. Okay, so you'll notice what's going on here. I can, right, pretty nice looking there. I don't know, the interface is kind of fun to work with too, just like screwing around with it, but there's where we're at. Okay, so once I like what I got, I'm going to hit OK. Now, you'll notice that my original shape is still there, and the main reason for that is that original shape is still there, and if we go under our appearance menu, which apparently is somewhere down here. Okay, so here's that shape. You'll notice that it is that shape, plus it has the extrude and bevel feature on it, no stroke, and a fill of cyan. So it's all still there. Now what I want to do, I don't want it to be there anymore. I want that to be my object. So what I'm going to do is go under my object menu and hit expand appearance. And then I'm going to go, okay. So there we are. Now you'll notice that it looks like we've got this shape here and we've got the side shape there, which is perfect. Now we want to ungroup it, and you can go under there. I usually do it a couple times just to make sure that it ungroups, and sure enough, it has ungrouped. What do we do with this? Well, we play with it. Like there's a lot of things we can do with it. Let's see. First thing I could do, I can. I'll zoom out. Let's see. Let's copy and paste it. So we now have two of them. We could rotate it, do something with it that way. I don't know. That might be kind of interesting. But I'm going to go under my Pathfinder menu, and I'm going to hit this first button here called Unite, and it takes it back to where it was a minute ago. So it's just the outlines of that shape. So basically, it's the contour of that shape. Not particularly exciting there, but let's see. I put a stroke on it. Okay, that actually on its own could be kind of an interesting effect. But what I want to do is I want to come in here, and I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to grab this here, and I'm going to put it right here. And you'll notice that nothing happened, and it's because it's in the back. So I need to use, here, I'll do that up here, Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. Okay, and then at this point, I'm going to select both of those and group it back together. And then I want to just make sure it's aligned. So under my alignment, I can go horizontal align, vertical align, and then there we go. Now that's kind of an interesting looking shape. Now from there, I'm going to grab just the top. So what I just did there was I selected the whole thing and then I ungrouped it. Okay, so now I can just copy and paste the top. And why would I do that? Well, I can do the exact same thing with that red line there. I can add a stroke to it. I'll keep it a little thinner, but that's kind of a cool shape there, and it lines up nicely there. I'll get it off the edge there so we can see it too. So, all right, so that's kind of an interesting effect. What else can I do with that? Well, let's copy, paste, turn the stroke off, shrink it down a little bit, darken it, put it somewhere in there, and then I can use my blend tool, and there we go. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of options that you've got with that, and these are going to be a lot more interesting than just straight up stars. So, all right.